Portuguese. It's a good thing to know. It's a good thing. Hello. Good. Monday. The Monday is ever slow, but here no. I'm making live since morning today. Well, I will finish Medium's book. It's a great thing. Start and finish something. Here I have 3 or 4 books entire without less one page. Some pages, yes. Allan Kardec, Medium's book, chapter 31, Dissertations by Spirits, number 17. My friends, from St. Louis, my friends, let me offer with some advice. Became, you are covering new ground, and if you follow the path we have shown you, you will not get lost. You were told a truth that we want you to remember. The Spiritism is a moral code, and it must not go beyond the borders of philosophy if you want to avoid falling into the mire of simple curiosity. Set scientific questions aside. It's not the Spirit's mission to resolve them, and in doing to so save you from the efforts of your own research. Above all, try to improve yourselves, for that is what will truly help you evolve. Only this, but all this. Try to improve yourselves, ourselves. The Spirit's mission to resolve, not the Spirit's mission to resolve, set scientific questions, and in doing to save you from the efforts of your own research. Other message, I will read some messages and 5 messages, but have all messages that I don't will read. You can make free download, and read you alone, and I will read more 4 with less. I read 5 simple considerations, and 1 in false message. I will read, have 2, but I will read only 1. And Kardec made a comment from this false message. And you will see how it's not so simple. Perceive a false message If you don't have this in mind, if a spirit come to you or send you a message, you first stay in love it, because this way you will can capable to see this without preconcepts. Okay, it's the same with a fake. A name of famous search you. Doubt in first have doubt. Don't accept all. Please don't make this. My friends and faithful believers, let me see one thing. The charge, my God, the charge, ever the charge. Please. Oh, today is good here. My friends and faithful believers, I am always happy to be able to guide you along the right path. Me too. A bit, me can a bit. So how is it? It's a pleasant mission that God has granted to me, and finally, fakes ever concern me. It's no granted. I love Kardec, but why? Cause it's the only place that say God has granted to me and to which I am dedicated, because being useful is always a healer. Yes, totally agree. I am dedicated because being useful. Remember, people that my age remember the little ball jump in music letters. Being useful is always a healer. Being useful is always a healer. Yes. May the spirit of charity, unity, the charity that gives as well as the charity that loves. Be patient with the slander of your detractors. Be firm with what is good, and especially be humble before God. Only humility can raise you up. And it's the only grandeur that God recognizes. Only if you are humble with good spirits answer you. If not, evil ones will take control of your soul. See this. Bless the name of the Creator, and you will grow in favor before both humans and God. St. Louis. 30 message 22. You have asked whether or not a large number of groups in the same arm might provoke rivalries that are harmful to the doctrine. I will respond that if they have been imbued with the true principles of this doctrine, they will see all spiritists as brothers and sisters, not rivals. I don't know the good pronouns. Those who regard other groups with jealousy would thereby show that they had ulterior motives of self-interest or vanity, and that they were not guided by love for the truth. I can guarantee that if such persons were amongst you, they would soon cause trouble and disunity. It's so right to happen. True Spiritism has benevolence and charity as its motto. It condones no other rivalry except in the amount of good that can be done. All groups that have inscribed this motto on their banner can hold hands as good neighbors, and all lands that have inscribed this motto on their banner can hold hands as good neighbors, who are no less friends just because they don't live in the same house, who are no less. Those who intend to have the best spirits as their guides should prove it by explaining better sentiments. Let there be a rivalry amongst them, but a rivalry of greatness of the soul, of self-denial, of goodness and humility. However, casts as a stone at another would prove him or herself to be influenced by evil spirits. Poor people. The nature of the sentiments that individuals express toward one another in the touchstone by which we can recognize the nature of the spirits who assist them. The nature of the sentiments that individuals express toward one another. It's the touchstone by which we can recognize the nature of the spirits who assist them. Fenelon. Because this, I don't, is more hope in my land. I was waiting since I was a child, and appeared the last government was making a goal, but because this evil spirits, all things was wrong. Perchance, but my hope go on. I have hope in God only. And stopped to wait and hope something in this material world. I like something, material things, but don't have attachment with this. Never went have car and great house with my father. Never those time I was this way. Now more or less. But I'm happy. We ever happy with less suffer of attachment in material, in matter. 22, I read 25 now. 25. 33, 35, 25 is the last good message. And 33, I don't know if it's a coincidence, this number. 33 is the false message. And before we'll read 25, a good message. What is your purpose most of the time in asking the spirits to communicate? In order to obtain fine specimens of prose which you can show to your acquaintance, like samples of our talent, and which you can lovingly preserve in albums, but without giving them a place in your heart. Do you think we are flattered at being able to attend your meetings as if they were a contest and eloquently argue using fine oratory so that you may say that the session was very interesting? What happens when you receive admirable communication? Do you think we want you to applaud us? Don't be so sure. We don't intend to entertain you one way or another. On your part, you are still driven by curiosity, and you try to conceal the fact in vain. Our purpose is to make you better. The purpose of high spirits is to turn all of us better. Only this. All purpose of all people that like work, that are serious really, is turn better all around. See this? When we realize that our words have no effect and that everything on your part is reduced to sterile approval, we seek out other souls who are more willing. It's sure. We give away to spirits who only like to talk, who are never lacking in numbers. You wonder why we allow them to assume our names. We give away to spirits who only like to talk, futilities, who are never lacking in numbers. You wonder why we allow them to assume our names. What does that matter to you, since there is no difference one way or the other? For one way, I hear sometimes stop at net, I don't know why. Then I will make pauses when net stopped in Instagram. No, I don't use monocle. But I hate this. But it's okay sometimes. Lanes stop muscles of eyes. Eye muscles are paralyzed with lanes. We must be without lens all time. You don't need this. I only used to read. Out in view I don't use, nor black lens, never. This stop your eyes to work with clarity of sun. And I made an exercise twice so good and named it Sunny. That's 10 seconds here, this way, the sun. 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. More slow. 10, 10. 30 seconds, it's one. Make this 10 times, we will make this 5 minutes. And I made this. Dun, 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 dun. 5 minutes all day. It's good 20 minutes, but I may make 5 minutes certainly. And try to see so far, try to see so near, this way. Tap the eye, good eye, and let in my case is this, let the thin eye work. The sick eye, more sick than other, you tap good eye and don't close your eyes, don't tap, and make the sick eye work. This paralyzes sick eye, and mind or use what function? The good eye. And good eye, super charity. Super charity. Super charge. I don't know. I create this word, super charge. I don't know if it's right. Then continue here. This is some good exercises to return, see without lens. It is a reality, really. Then, continue. Our purpose is to make you better. We give away to spirits who only like to talk. What does that matter to you, since there is no difference one way or other? Because the spirits, good spirits talk and people enter to here and out of other here. You should know then that we would not all this with those in one. We are truly interested. That is, those who do not waste our time. They are our favorites, and they are our favorites, and we protect them from lies. It's good. When we give attention to good counsels, when we have pay attention to good counsels, good spirits protect us to lies. You have only yourselves to blame if you are frequently fooled. For us, the serious individual is not the one who avoids laughter, but the one whose heart is touched by our words, who meditates on them and puts them into practice. In then this way that the spirits make, good spirits. They protect us if we heard, hear him, hear them, and uh, they 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 say that the serious individual is not the one who avoids laughter. You can laugh, you can laugh a lot. But the one whose heart is touched by our words, who meditates on them and puts them into practice. The spirit is not idiot. They feel it first, not see the lie. Some all time, we see with our eyes only lies. This is the reality. And last message, it's 33. It's a false message. Have a lot of false messages that a Kardec put this, but I don't will read all. You can make download, free download, and read you alone. Okay? 33 messages. I will see you. One thing that rock music say, I only want to say what it can be. I only to know. I only to know what can be happened right. I repeat, I only know what can be right in my life. Nothing more. Blah blah blah. I don't support more. And don't know who are talking to me. I don't want support more this. Please. Don't talk to me. You, then I don't know if you are what we are or not. Please. I don't support more this. And I only stay here to say about Kardec, nothing more. Okay? 33, a false message. Children of my faith, Christians of my doctrine, forgotten under the self-seeking waves of the materialist philosophy. Follow me along the Judgean pathway. Follow the passion of my life. Complete now my enemies. Behold my suffering, my torments, and the blood I shed for my faith. The spiritualist children of my new doctrine, you are ready to support, confront the waves of adversity, the sarcasms of your enemies. It's a false. Faith advances without ceasing. Follow your star, which will lead you along the pathway of eternal happiness. At the star led the kings of the east to the manger. Whoever your adversaries, maybe whatever, maybe your punishments, and the tears that fall onto this sphere of exile. Take heart and persuade yourselves that the joy which will inundate you in the spirit world will be way above the torments of your temporary earthly existence. The valley of tears is a valley that must disappear in order to give way to the shining dwelling place of joy, fraternity, and unity to which you shall arrive through your obedience to the holy revelation. My dear brothers, life on this terrestrial sphere is entirely preparatory and cannot last longer that than what is necessary to become well prepared for that life that shall never pass away. Love one another, love one another. As I have loved you, brothers, I bless you. I have in heaven and I wait for you. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. When the Spirit used this name, or you're so high the spirit, or you're so down the spirit, don't have other alternative to use. Choose. Or you're real, or you're down, or will down. Then you only will see the name in final message. Then you see name Jesus Christ. Then put in your head, maybe, certainly, no. It's the first. It's better this. Because if you said no to this, God and Jesus don't will hate you for this. A high spirit never hate you if you said no to powers. If you if you said no, it's not you. A high spirit don't will hate you for this. A down spirit, yes, you hate you. I saw various fakes. Was so angry all time. I said, you don't can be this famous. Out of my face, out here, out of, get out of here. And he was so hate. Various of them tried to attach me, try to erase my account in Instagram. It is a law person. It is a law spirit. It's a so down and dark people. Don't doubt it. Then see and hear now the response from the comment from Kardec. From these shining and luminous regions, which human thought can hardly reach the echo of your words. Oh no, this is other message. The same spirit. And now, Kardec observed. Obviously, there is nothing evil in these two communications. Not evil, okay? It's a good word. But did Christ ever use such pretentious, emphatic, and puffed up language? See in this comment how Kardec don't use one way to choose good messages, to choose the truth. One, one, one way was get various messages, the same inside message appear from various centers, spirit centers in the world that don't have each other communication. To compare messages, nothing this was in those epochs. They only receive it and sent to Kardec. Say if what the Spiritist organization in France observed this message, but have a second so important, maybe the first so important item that Kardec used to see if the message was real. It's the language characteristic from those spirits that this communication used. In this case, Jesus Christ, we know that we are so simple. We were in those epochs, and we are, because these are living so simple, so strong in your means, so true, and have this energy. Then this is a comment from Kardec. Obviously, there is nothing evil in these two communications, and perceive fake makes the same. They try to use, imagine how is the famous, how is particular life the famous, and they want to get personality of the famous, but never, if you pay attention, never a fake will made exactly equal how other they want to be. It's a false if you open your eyes. Obviously, there is nothing evil in these two communications, but did Christ ever use such pretentious, emphatic, and puffed up language? If both are compared with what we inserted earlier, and which was signed with the same name, one will see which one bears the stamp of authenticity. Then Kardec saw this the language and compared it with other messages that was sent to him with the same name of the spirit, this false spirit, having so various places. He false communication. If you don't need a second way to verificate message, the inside message language, you can be fall in a lie. All these apocryphal communications were received in the same circle, the same. One may observe in the style an air of familiarity, turns of similar phrases, and the frequent repetition of the same expression. As, for example, go forward, my children, from which we may conclude that the same spirit dictated all of them under different names. Fakes make this too. See how function the fake mind, from which we may conclude that the same spirit dictated all of them under different names. In this circle, which is very conscientious, but a bit too credulous, no one makes evocations or asks questions, made questions. All time I made questions to fake, they show he was a fake, or she. Cause what I make, I send to real profile. Some important documents and some important name it and music of mine that I don't made publication in my page. I would mean that the fake will see. But if I want that famous are real with my mind, with illusion, I will accept all. In this way, I am my fake. I will be my fake, my own fake, if I believe it, if I want believe it. No, don't want believe. Discard this possibility. A famous talk with you in first. Discard. 2, if he insisted, see if have logic. Rich and famous man and millions of women would choose you. Why? In my case, I sent so important information to help those famous, not more than this. And because this, I was afraid to don't accept, not really, but I mean age, to asking some doubts and what my informations, but with time I will observe that the real don't have importance, cause one, my information don't have utility for him, cause some then said contrary of he was in mind. And his ego don't like this. I observed all this. In first, for this, the real famous never will take down your ego for a simple woman, of course. And 2, if was him, What he never talked about was I was sent to him. This is my doubt. But I prefer don't believe because I like so much to have my foot in floor. I don't felt me ugly, sorry. It's not a pretension, but I don't know. In all my life, with all impression I give to other people, I'm not a child, sorry. But I don't have pretension to a man that choose young girls will wanted some with me. I don't have this pretension, but I think I was thinking that some informations were the interest of him because it was wrong. But it's good. It's good. I'm so happy with me. I'm so happy with God. I'm so happy with my life. I don't need depend the famous believe in me or no. After 40 years, I have lived my life in truth and helping other liars, spirit is liars. It's for me, it's a great word. And have, I give greetings to God to give me this word for all my life is a blessing of God. Is this? But never I wanted to live in a lie. Never. Because this I ever read Kardec. In the circle, which is very conscientious, but a bit too credulous. No one makes evocations or asks questions. They all wait for spontaneous communications. Spontaneous communication. It's wrong. Hence, we can see that this method is no guarantee as to identify. With questions that were both demanding or logically arranged, it would have been easy to put the spirit in its place of a fake. However, it knew there was nothing to fear, since no one asked it any questions but accepted everything it said without scrutiny and with closed eyes. This is dangerous, mate. For this, and finish the spirits, the medium's book, and I will get the word. Research. 17. Advice. I will let an advice. Read again the medium's book in English, of course. It will give to you a clarity to see imposters, not communicate with great spirits. Don't hope this. Hope to communicate with your angel. It's a good thing to me. And hope to see imposters in body and out of body. Pay attention in your mind what come to you in bad thoughts. Not all thoughts, principally bad, are from you. Have eyes observing you, waiting an opportunity to make you fall in your faith, in your hope, in your happiness. With thoughts, bad thoughts about other you like, they ever try separated families, separated neighbors, separated parents, separated your boyfriend, spouse, separated your boyfriend, your girlfriend. All this they try because this was frustrated spirits. This was nigger spirits. Nigger, no. This is black spirits without light. Make a prayer to your angel and claim it to Archangel Michael to protect you and others, to protect you and your family, to protect you and your neighbors, to protect you and your partner. Make this. And don't forget to ask God to have a bit of peace of people in need and send to them some people that have money to help them in food if you don't can make this. Ask God to inspire and entrepreneurs, good entrepreneurs, and people that have so much money to remember people in need. Ask this for God, please. Ask peace in word. Ask peace to people that are loose your mind with power. Ask this. If all word make this, we will turn this place more organized, more in peace and with hope. It's my desire for you, for me. And pray, ask God to help who passed this word for other dimension. Ask God to protect them. All people you remember that are famous and you are fun and he passed away. Ask God, not directly to famous, but ask God to send them this God, and God sent them peace. Because if was you in this place, you would like it so much a Remember this. I go now, and I'm so happy, and I will make today a part of chapter 4 to the Spirit's book. Bye. Thank you for your attention. God bless you, really.